with Bob or cuss his ass off, right?
Yeah.
And say some funny stuff, right?
Yeah.
But he was also telling some truths, right? That's my opinion,
Some
right?
hurtful truths.
Some hurtful truths,
Right.
Right? But the truths nonetheless, right? And he didn't attack people like that Dave Chappelle, right? Don't come for me. You'll probably never see this video anyway. Dave. Right? Because we don't have to attack people,
No.
right? We don't have to attack people's experiences, right? Now I'm going off on a tangent a little bit, right? And what he has done, right? Likely still is doing from time to time, but I don't follow him, so I don't really know. He's dismissing people's life experiences, right? He's dismissing individuals' series of events. And that's just not cool. That's just not cool, right? So we talked about tranny, that term, tranny, right? And how it's just hella disrespectful, right? And how it minimizes and dismisses, right, one's series of events that they know is their life, right? It dismisses the inner workings, right, that happens in all of us.
Right.
Like you can't escape it, right? You can't escape it, right? You could be deaf, blind, and whatever else, but there's still some inner workings happening.
Yeah.
Right?
That's definite.
Because it's a human thing, right? The universe, God, Creator, however you know that being, right? They did that, right? They did that. I ain't do it, right? Louise ain't doing it. You ain't doing it. They did that, right? So it takes place, and what we don't want to do is that, right? Because how dare I? How dare you, or any other person, right? Because we've all gone through some shit.
We have.
We had.
We all have.
We all had.
And no one is just unique. I've been through, you've been through, and it may be similar.
And they may get into it, y'all.
It may be similar.
It may be similar, right? Because we do have like things, right? It's always marginal, right? Right? But the margins are important, right? Because the margins hold you, right? And perhaps, right? Perhaps it is those things, not entirely, right? Not solely, right? But perhaps, let's say, perhaps those things are also, or can also serve as part of, right, the glue that bonds us, right? That keeps us sisters, right? That keeps us supporting one another, right? Holding each other up, right? Lifting each other up, right? Because he's so little, but I'm gonna hold a bitch up anyway. I'm gonna figure it out. Yeah.
And we do.
And we did. We did. And ain't it part of that feminine energy?
It is.
Right?
It is.
Right? Because we can collaborate like a love.
Yeah. And we read each other, right? When we were talking, I think we had talked about it before. And what when you said training, right? It equivalates to me when people call me fatty, right? You're so fat. Not that I have a brilliant mind, or I can think, or I can answer questions, right? So we all have some stuff going on, right? And that's why we connect. Because I see for your love and your parents and your nurturing that you are, right?
And I appreciate that, right? Because that's something else, right? That's another thing that supports why we don't need to compete, and it's just stupid, right? It's just stupid, right? Because we need each other collectively, right? And it makes it a lot easier, right? It makes it a lot more effective, right? It makes it a lot more meaningful, right? When I can fill my cup from your love,
Absolutely.
right? Because then I can pass that love, right? And if we're not competing, but we're supporting each other, that's exactly what's happening. Only it becomes reciprocal, right? Because let me tell you this big loud thing that I'm doing right now, right? She's contributed to that just by being in my life, right? Just by actively, right? Authentically, right? Meaningfully, with intention, right? Been and being my sister.
And that's vice versa.
Because ain't that thing reciprocal?
That's right.
Okay? Because that's how we do it. We gotta go back and forth like that. It's a circle.
Big love.
Right? It's a circle, right? I only wear hoops, right? And I need to get some more. Because I've been losing earrings left and right. And I don't know.
All the time.
Oh my
All
God.
the time. She lose an earring. Have one earring wrong.
I don't know. I'm like, you're like, well, you got me earring. I'm like, oh, I don't know. But I only wear hoops, right? Right? So I'll be all like silly, not silly, whatever. I ain't got to label it. I wear hoops, right? Because I have a thing about circles, right? Because any reciprocation, it's a circle.
Circle.
It's a circle, right?
Circle.
Right? And the battery that charges that is my cup, right? It's my cup. So I have to fill my cup, right? So that I can then fill Larissa's cup, right? But then get into it, right? Get into it, right? It gets cute. It gets real cute because guess what happens then? Then Larissa can therefore, and this is not to imply that she couldn't do that before, because she could, I'm just making a point, right? But she can then go and fill another cup.
Absolutely. But I can fill another cup with added information, right? That I may not knew, right? But then Nay has given me some food that when I run into another person, right, that's going through some stuff, I can give them that food.
Yes, yes,
right?
yes, because it comes all hybrid, right? Right? And it goes back to that information, right? We also talked about information, right? And how the information comes in, right? And we process it and we absorb it, right? And we decide what works for us. And we decide what we maybe need to, not maybe, but what we need to discard.
That's right.
Right? And that's what happens.
That's right.
Right? That's what happens. Right? And it goes on and on and on.
And it
right?
keeps going.
And it keeps on going till the break of dawn. Yeah, y'all, it's really cool shit, right? It's really cool shit. And I have to reassert, right? Restate that we gotta grow this table, right? We gotta grow this table, right? Not just because we will be at our most powerful as a feminine collection, right? As a, y'all remember I don't know if y'all remember the term that I coined, the ladyship, right? Let's build the. Oh, I didn't tell you. So
I love it.
You know, we were talking about how we need a fellowship, but that didn't sit right with me, right? Because fellows are dudes. We dudes, right?
Not dudes.
Past experiences excluded for some of us. But we're not dudes, right? So what we're developing is a ladyship.
I love that.
And within that ladyship, right, you express as you express, right? You express your feminine energy, your goddess energy, right? Your you energy as you do, right? And she touched on something else that we touched on previously too, right? Because, right, going back into it, because we are all individually configured, right? And ain't that a blessing?
It's a blessing.
Ain't that a blessing? Ain't that a blessing? Right? And it's another reason why, ladies, right, trans and cis alike, we don't need to be competing.
Not at all.
It's another reason why. That's just stupid, right? You do you.
And I learn from you. You learn from me.
Period.
That's it.
And that's it.
That's it.
That's it. There's no reason why we can't be inspired by one another.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
There is no reason why.
That's
right? I mean, because not for nothing, right? Some days I wear leggings, right? And literally, right, is because it's a thing, right, encouraged, right, by Larissa, right? Larissa's like, girl, like, it's good. Like, it's good. Like, it's good. Like, you can do that. It's good. Like, it's good, right?
And they encouraged me to get my fingernails done. See?
Because,
Well,
yeah.
Oh,
Because we gotta walk around with hands, like,
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
Right? And when I look down, I want it to be pretty.
Yeah. So she encouraged me.
I'm just saying.
She encouraged me. I hadn't got my nails done in many years. And I met Nay, and Nay just encouraged me. So now they're done every 2 weeks.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love
so
it.
we give each other.
Yeah. And it's also an act of self-care, right?
Yeah.
And self-care lends to the filling of your cup.
Oh, yeah.
And we're not suggesting you have to go and get your nails done, right?
Not at all.
What we are suggesting is, what is it that you do that is for you, right? Particularly because it makes you feel good, right? Particularly it's for your, I don't know what the heck is going on back there. Okay. Particularly it's for your viewing pleasure. Like these, I'm gonna put it against here. These are for my,
She wants you to see both the breast and the fingernail.
well then there's that, because things are poking out. No. Things are poking out, yeah.
Boing, boing.
Everything. I touched on it too. I've been doing a lot of. I touched on that, right? Because in not the last one, but the one before that, I talked about. You know how the caterpillar, right? It eventually will go into that chrysalis, right? It'll do whatever it do in there. But here's the beautiful thing, right? Here's the magical thing. Like that thing, literally comes out a whole entire new thing.
New.
I'm in my chrysalis, y'all. I'm gonna be in there for a little bit too, right? Right? Because mind you, the caterpillar go in there. They go in there for a little minute, right? And then they come out. A whole new thing. And I am literally, like, they turn into a whole new thing. I just cannot say that enough, right? Because, and it excites me, it thrills me, it does many things. Like, it causes me sensations when I get into that thought of like, wow, right? I am literally becoming a new thing.
Wow.
Right? Right. The thing I was meant to be.
Yeah.
Like the caterpillar, right? Like the caterpillar, right? It was not meant to live its life entirely as a caterpillar. I was not meant, right, to live my life entirely as a caterpillar. Right?
Wow.
I'm growing wings, y'all. I'm growing wings. And I'm gonna fly just like you.
Wow.
Just like you. Just like you. You're gonna fly. Let your wings grow. Let it happen.
Let them grow.
Right? Because you deserve that. You deserve to fully, however that looks for you, right? Because, my full expression of my being, right, doesn't have to look like yours.
Right.
Right? And vice versa.
Right.
And vice versa.
And vice versa.
Right? But we can let that express, right? And I would challenge, I'm going to say, I would challenge, right, that we owe it. Owe it. Right? It's an escrow. Pay it up. Because you owe it to yourself. Let that settle for a little bit.
Let that marinate.
Mama marinating. Mama marinating.
Beautiful.
Ooh, yeah. Y'all know I like a sing song. I love a sing song. And it's just all in it. Y'all, I'm developing a song, right?
Say
it's
that.
called Daddy Bring It. Okay. And I uploaded it to YouTube, right? It's not the finished product, right?
Okay. You guys, I'm sorry, I got to smoke.
Okay.
It's one of my habits.
She's gonna take a little break now. She's gonna take a little break now. So
Oh,
it
my
just
bad.
be me, you, and I. So I'm gonna wrap up this little part, and then I think that's gonna be it for today, right? So yes, I'm developing a song, right? Because I like to sing in general because it takes me places, right? And it's a thing that takes me away from other places, right? Right? And if you do know what that thing is for you, I congratulate you, right? And if you don't, I challenge you to find it, right? And then it could really be anything. It could be anything. Because it's hard. It's hard out there, out here in the world, right? And to my trans folks, right? To my transgender folks, specifically, right? Folks of color, right? To the transgender folks of color, specifically, right? To my Black women of the trans experience, right? Unfortunately, right, it is difficult. Right? We live in a world that makes it a bit difficult, right, for us to express who we are, for us to be in our authentic expression, right? Perhaps, and let me be clear, I know this is perhaps not the experience of everybody, right? But for many of us, right? Too many. And honestly, one is too many. Right? I challenge you to find that thing, right, that is for you. That is for you. That allows you to, at least momentarily, right, escape that thing. Right? And I'm gonna ask you, right, to help me, right? Help me, help us build the world that we need. Help me, help us build the world that we need. And we're gonna start it right here, right? In this whole channel, right? In this whole podcast. Because what it builds is a way for us to come together. What I'm building is a safe space. I think it's gonna be in that safe space, right? That we're gonna do that. Because that's what we need. That's what we need. We need to fill the personal cups. Because then we're going to fill other cups. We got to do the work. Right? Because even in my transitioning, there's some work. It's not just my body changing. Right? My mind is changing. My brain even. There's so many little things that I've noticed, right? But the work is still there, right? Like there was work just getting to the point of realizing. But then you realize, and then there's more work. Right? It's not easy. But you know what? I'm here for it. Yeah. I'm here for it, and I'm here for you. And I really just appreciate spending time with you. You person, watching me, looking at me, listening to me right now, right? I appreciate you listening to me. I appreciate that you've made it to this moment through your series of events. I appreciate, right, that you've gone through some hard shit. You've still arrived right here. You may not feel sound, but you are. You may not feel whole, but you are. You may not feel worthy, but you are. And not because I said so. And not because anybody else said so. But because that is just the truth. That is just a fact. And let's be clear, I have to remind myself, literally, on a daily basis. On a daily basis. On a daily basis. So work is hard, but it's worth it. It is absolutely worth it. And know that those hard times, and any hard times that are even coming, right? That they may be hard, right? But you made it before, and you'll make it this time too. Because in the event that you have a higher power, know that that higher power, God, the universe, God, creator, whoever that is for you, ain't never left you. Ain't never left you. It won't. And know that Miss May Rose is here, right? Know that Miss May Rose supports you. And you got a message for me, feel free to put it in the comments, y'all. Use some comments, whatever, man. Use some comments, yeah. Oh. Mm-hmm. Big love. Big love to you. Big love to the people supporting you. Big love wherever it is necessary, right? Because a little love too small, little. This is Miss May Rose, and I am signing out. I am. Oh my gosh, this has been a good time. I'm so happy that y'all met my good friend Larissa. Right? Like, it's just been fun. It's been fun. And I'm so happy that I was in better spirits today than I was the last time. Right? Because it was real heavy on me. It was real heavy on me. But I've got at least 2 people in my life, right, that big love on me and Ed. Right? And I pray that I've been big loving sufficiently upon them. Okay? So again, do not forget to like, don't forget to share, and don't forget to comment. Right? And have some conversations around this stuff we was talking about, right? Shoot, let a couple days go by, come on back, leave a message, leave a comment, and also once again, big love, because a little love on this. Bye.